No matter where you are in this world today, let me say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. And on top of that, let me say this to you. Whether it be morning, afternoon, night, some best will happen to you today. No matter what time it is, no matter what condition you find yourself under, some best will happen to you today. Now, use that maybe as an affirmation, maybe a confirmation. For me, that was another mental screen flash that came to me the other day. Remember, I'm sure, or you might not be able to agree with this, but the main construct now is we do not think. We cannot think. We can only observe what's been presented to us as images, sounds, movies, people, in the car, in traffic, in the store, in your home, in your bathroom. Those things you're coming up or recognizing and resonating with, you don't create them. You can only observe them. And then you have to choose to decide which ones to pursue, of course, to then execute and or communicate. But we don't think. But use that as a bookmark for this discussion today. Remember, before you need to forget what I'm saying to you today, we actually do not think. We can only observe what is presented to our senses, and then we have decisions to make. But first, we should have the essential filters in place in that process. Meaning, before you just react to someone or something or somewhere, ask yourself this question. Have you started your day and this very moment with the recalibration of your desire, discipline, and drive? To restate that, or refine that, or refine your own beauty, it moves you forward to that question I keep coming back to. What drives you? So, if you haven't done that already today, please pause this episode right now. And please do that before we continue. So I want you to listen to this as we go further. So take a few moments, pause it, and consider that. Have you started your day and this moment with the recalibration of your own desire, discipline, and drive to do what you do? I'll wait. Hey, take your time. Take your time. Okay, now you're present for this discussion, for this conversation. Now, whatever I speak to you and share with you may have some purchase and traction on your journey with resilience. I do hope that some portion of this episode does qualify as part of your best today. Remember, I can only guarantee to change your perspective on this present moment. And if I may, to contribute to this moment of best for you. There is no competition or comparison required, please. I cannot give you an Andrew Tate bravado or posture or success or Joe Rogan or Tony Robbins level of inspiration. I don't have that. Only my offering to you is the simpler approach to remaining resilient in the good, in the bad, and in the relatively ugly times and periods in your life. As they all say, or they say, this too will pass, the good, bad, and the ugly. But if that's true for you, what must remain, what must sustain? You first with your Creator and then others. You have to journey to the one before you join on or with or on anyone else's journey or pace. I happened upon a short clip on YouTube from some lady, I think in the 70s, maybe. She was providing her guidance on a strong statement to yourself and or about how to establish your presence, your dignity, your clarity, and what you need from the universe or your God or your higher power. She was saying to be direct and kind at the same time. Her statement was, quote, "I believe something wonderful will happen to me today," unquote. She was asking the audience to ingest that, to digest that, to internalize that, and also to speak it out loud. And that short clip inspired me for this episode, but with a twist to her statement. I say to you, some best will happen to you today. Some best will happen to me in this moment. I'm asking you to consider stating that to yourself. I say to you, you don't know me from dirt on the street, but I'm offering you just as I said earlier, a different perspective on this present moment and how important it is right now. May not be your next. I'm here to talk about this now as your best. Some best will happen to you today. That's me to you. Now, what I ask you to do is say to yourself, some best will happen to me in this moment. Now, again, as I said, the inspiration to me was from that lady from the 70s or 80s. But that empowered me or motivated me to jot this down, use it as a construct or maybe a rubric. That was probably stated to some audience decades ago, but to me it's so relevant today to me to share with you. I hope you feel that way. I will never know. You might just obviously and objectively reject this whole idea, but a self-talk or self-discovery of what's inside of you and what you can get from yourself, not from the universe, but you have to ask of yourself in the universe. In this case, you're not even asking. You are making a declaration, a statement, a confirmation, an affirmation of a fact that you can come to grips with or just accept and appreciate. Some best will happen to you today. Stay present. Stay current. No matter where you are in this world, remember, it is always 8:20.